Alrighty folks, another response to a misandrist, this time probably Mimi at PettyMisandry0. After getting roasted alive on TikTok by yours truly, she changed her handle to at JesusChickenOG with the new nickname of Jesus Chicken. This is her mug right here, a little pierced chipmunk who decided to spew leftist insanity, including making a video attacking me. Unfortunately for her, she picked the wrong one. She posted several bigoted and hateful comments on my videos, falsely accusing me of being a misogynist, which I guess is a misspelling of misogynist. She was defending another TikToker at only.bands who had also made misandrist comments. You can check out my recent vids on this YouTube channel if you're curious about that. When she lost the debate through text, at JesusChickenOG decided to post a video deflecting and attacking me. I'll play that video now and then I'll respond to it.
As someone who has 2 advanced degrees in the field of psychology and social work, with the emphasis in treatment and diagnosis, I'd love for you to tell me where the fuck does pathological gender insecurities come up in this book? Please, I'd love to know. What's the ICD-10 code? Tell me. Tell me, you cuck. Tell me.
To answer the initial point in my comment there, nobody said misandry is an illness. You suffer from pathological gender insecurities, an illness. As you just saw in her video response, she engaged in a combination of strawman and argument from authority fallacies. For those not familiar with these, a strawman is when you pretend that your opponent is arguing something other than what they are actually arguing, so you can have an easier time responding to them. Argument from authority fallacy is saying, for example, I have advanced degrees, therefore I am smart and make good arguments. People who cannot defend their perspectives generally resort to these tactics to cope or pretend that they have valid positions. When I said pathological gender insecurities an illness, I was not making the claim that this is a separate psychiatric disorder. The terms are clearly used in the vernacular, that is, common parlance. As you can see here, one of the common definitions of pathological is being such to a degree that is extreme, excessive, or markedly abnormal, and the common definition of illness is simply poor health or sickness. When someone engages in forms of bigotry, such as misandry, it usually stems from feelings of insecurity or inferiority, which would be a disturbed mental state in the general sense. Misandry and misogyny are often manifestations of inferiority complex. Inferiority complex does not need to have a separate ICD-10 code or be a specific psychiatric diagnosis in the DSM for it to be a thing. You do realize this, yes? Actually, I don't even need to go as far as inferiority complex. I can just mention insecurities. If somebody has profound insecurities, that would suffice for the vernacular definition of pathological and illness. Nowhere has a claim been made that this is a formal psychiatric disorder. That is why I made the comment that you suffer from pathological gender insecurities, an illness. You post hateful, misandrist comments that are indicative of an inferiority complex relative to, you guessed it, men. This is also why I said misandry is not an illness. It is a symptom of gender insecurity. That's the problem. That's the illness, or more accurately, an inferiority or insecurity complex. Thank you for proving my point. So here, let's go ahead and fix this comment for you. There you go. Take that L and run with it. Also, for anyone keeping track, compare this scenario to when the other TikToker at only.bands claimed that fragile masculinity was a formal recognized disorder, which I demonstrated it isn't. Now, if I had made the same claim here, that is, that pathological gender insecurities were a formal recognized illness, your response might actually make a bit of sense. But as I just explained, that's not remotely the case. The terms here are used in the vernacular. Somebody could be ill and be struggling with mental health issues and not necessarily have a slot in the DSM or an ICD-10 code. Understand the difference? Word to the wise. Holding a diagnostic manual and tapping your fingers on it does not magically substantiate your straw man argument, and neither does getting emotional and calling me a cuck. If anything, calling someone a cuck in this context only bolsters my point that you suffer from pathological gender insecurities, since cuck is often a pejorative applied against men. I'm not sure you understand what the word means, just like you seem to consistently misspell misogyny and misogynist. Instead of falsely accusing people of misogyny to deflect from your own misandry, I again suggest you seek out professional mental health treatment. Understand, sociopath? Good girl.